welcome back to my channel. Hi. Welcome to the Rainbow Room and all my weird isms and all the stuff I talk about. So I was thinking about growing up in West Texas and all the weird animals that we had out there. Okay, I've already talked about the dung beetles. That was an experience. Okay, watching them roll giant piles of poo out of the yard to some mysterious place. I really don't know. I don't want to know. Okay. But we also had a horned toad. Now, some people called it a horny toad. I can't confirm or deny that. I don't know. I would presume, but anyway, he looked like, or she, depending, looked like some sort of like an old dinosaur when they were like creeping and crawling. And kid you not, their camouflage was actually really good. So they would like be up against some rocks or some gravel. Couldn't see them until they moved. It was really cool. Let's see. Now, if you flipped them over, funny enough, underneath them, they were all like soft and smooth. But all the way around the edges of them, they were all like spikies. And their arms had spikes and their tail had spikes. Not tail, but like their tail end, and their head and everything. You should look up a horned toad. They're really funny and they run really fast. Like really weird, but really fast. It's like the front's kind of doing this number and the back's doing that as well. So combine that and it makes for a really cool run. I saw so many strange creatures when I was out there. And, I don't regret any of it, really. There were some very strange people creatures, too, I will tell you. You get some wizened old dude out in the middle of West Texas who's been out there like 50, 60 years. He's a very strange creature. Not all of them, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean, they look like wizened old men, and it's kind of cool. We had also a lot of crawdads. Crawdads, yeah. And we would go like hunting for them when I was a kid. And my cousin showed up one time, which was interesting. And they all decided they wanted to go hunting for crawdads, so we went. And I'm not a fan of picking up a rock and turning it over to see what's underneath. I'd really rather leave what's underneath alone. Because every now and then there's something under there with so many legs it makes me want to scream. So, yeah, we're not going to go there. If you ever want to hear me scream bloody murder, show me something with lots and lots of legs and it's heading in my direction. I will scream very loudly. And, yeah, that is not a good combination. Me screaming and all the bright colors I, accessorize with, it's just like, whoa, that's just a lot. But, those were interesting creatures when you can grab them, and you boil them, and they're just kind of like shrimp, really, but just bigger, or like mini crabs or something. They're in the same family, basically. I was watching something on YouTube, but it was really funny, and this is not related at all, but I have to say it before I forget. Somebody asked the question. They said, "Why is it old people fall down in slow motion?" And my opinion is this, because if we can see that coming, we're going to go as slow as possible to cause the least amount of damage before we land. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody that's watching. Okay, tell me if I'm wrong. Because I'll accept if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I really don't. Okay, moving on, strange animals. You had vultures. They're pretty strange. But they serve their purpose like anything, and you can always see them off in the distance. You know when something or someone, is in peril, or someone has met their demise. Or there's a carcass, like a cow or something, out in the middle of nowhere, because there's some things you're guaranteed in West Texas. Oil rigs, cows, big old horns sometimes, big horns, horned toads, vultures, lots of carrion eaters. But like I said, they clean up the carrion. They clean it up. That's their job. That's what they do. I'm grateful for them, but it's not the greatest portent. If you're looking off in the distance and it's like circling in the sky, you're like, ooh. Even like a city dweller recognizes that, I'm sure. Vultures circling in the sky. I wouldn't head in that direction if it were me. That's just like, no, we're going to go the other way, I think. And yeah, generally a better idea. Now, we had all kinds of creatures, but my favorite had to be the Roadrunner. The Roadrunner is just like the one in the Looney Tunes. In many ways, I swear it's the coolest thing. Okay, when it comes to a stop, its tail feathers go ding. And when it starts to run, they go back down again. It's very aerodynamic. It's very cool. And when they run, their head goes down and forward, and they're all like, like this, running. And when they stop, I swear, every time, ding. It always made me laugh when I could see their tail feathers going back up. And oh my gosh, if you could catch one, like just with your eyesight, that was cool because they're so fast. And, it was like live action Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, I swear. We did have coyotes out there as well. You could hear them sometimes. They're really close. And some people like to breed coyotes with domesticated dogs in order to create hybrids. It wasn't really a good thing. I'll be honest with you. They came out with like really strange diseases because of it. I don't know. I say that personally because my dog had to be put down because of a strange hybrid disease. My parents got it. It was half coyote and half German Shepherd, I think. It was like this little roly-poly little ball of fur. And it was really sweet. I love my dog, but not a good combo. Don't recommend. Don't get a hybrid, please. It's not good. I'm not saying that for all things, but just be careful. Make sure you can handle it, okay? Now, coyotes and all that, roadrunners, they were fabulous. I loved watching them run. They were really great. And it was just such a mix of strange things out there, I love the desert. I love the way it feels at night. It's so quiet and calm. And there's no sound, like almost no sound except for like occasionally like a coyote or something. You might hear a little bit of a bird, but like people sounds, they don't exist. It's so quiet. There's a truck stop or a car rest. What do you call it? Like a rest stop, I think. Oh my God. But there's a rest stop somewhere out in West Texas. And there's a whole bunch of boulders, big old rocks. And you can actually climb them if you dare, which we did. I climbed a couple. I don't know why. But you climb up there, and it is so just beautiful and serene and just... I know people associate this word with something negative, but it's not. It was like desolate, but it was quiet and like just, you were on your own, but it was not a bad thing, When I say desolate, I don't mean something negative. It's just a way to kind of encompass a feeling. And I want to encourage people to go out to West Texas because there are some beautiful places out there. And, obviously keep your wits about you, be careful. And if you're going to travel to America, please get the health insurance before you go. Trust me, do that. It's a good thing. But, if you want to go somewhere where it's got beautiful sunsets, less people, like beautiful state parks, West Texas is where you can go. And you'll find that. If you go to Austin, Texas, gorgeous places there. Barton Creek pool, Barton Springs pool maybe. It's been quite a while since I've been there, but Very good place to go swimming when it's clear and when you're allowed to go swimming there, which is quite often. It's very rare that you can't go, but definitely worth going. Out in, like, if you go in between Midland and Odessa and El Paso, right in that like triangular area are some of the most beautiful mountain vistas you'll ever see, some of the quietest places, gorgeous places for photography, if you're so inclined. You'll be inspired to just take beautiful photos out there. There's just no doubt about it. It's just gorgeous. And I don't know, I'm just excited to like tell you about it because the state park that I remember the most was in a place called Balmorhea. And the water there, I believe, is about 75 degrees year round, which is pretty temperate. So in the wintertime, you'll see all the smoke coming off the water, the steam. So it's pretty neat when you go by. It's like, wow, okay, sauna in the middle of winter. But our winters are super mild. So yeah, But I didn't want to make this one super long. I just wanted to like kind of tell you a little bit about the fauna of West Texas, and just tell you, some cool stuff. I will say this: the cicadas, however you want to say it, their drone. You either have to accept it and learn to love it, or it'll really bug you. And they have this weird whirring, like kind of droning noise that they'll make when they come out, and they're just. It's a strange sound, but you can look it up. Just look up cicadas or cicadas. Everybody says it a little bit differently, I've noticed. But they're pretty nifty creatures. And when they like molt, they leave like their case behind, like the little body case. It's almost like they unzip, crack it open, and they pop out. I don't know. But they leave a perfect little replica of their body behind. It's so cool. Yeah. Now, in closing, I will say this. Baby rattlesnakes are the most dangerous creatures because they have no control over the dispensation of their poison. So, pay attention to the specifics of what makes a poisonous snake versus a venomous snake versus a passive one that does not, attack. Snakes in general want to be left alone. They really do. They want to be left alone to do their own thing. But if you encroach on their territory, obviously they're going to try to defend it if they feel threatened, I'm trying to think here, like a rattlesnake, okay, it will have elliptical eyes. It'll have more of a diamond-shaped head. That's any poisonous snake. And they tend to look more aggressive. I don't know how to explain it. Like they have once you get used to looking at that, you'll see what I mean. Trust me. Where you have like the grass snake and the king snake and the ones that are not venomous, they don't have the diamond shaped head. It's more of like a roundish one. And, knowing all that stuff is great. However, one of the things I always tell people is if you're in doubt, just run. Like as fast as you can away from the sound. If it's really close, I really don't know what to tell you except just try not to move. Maybe. Try to figure out where it is. They're scary little things, man. Snakes. But it's all about respect. If you respect them as a creature, what they're capable of, and their territory, you should be fine. We had, oh God, this is going to get a little longer than I thought, dang it. We had turkeys, and our property was about 4 acres, and our house was about right here, and there was a little path. You cross a little bridge, and on the other side of that bridge was a shed, and that's where the turkeys were supposed to be put. And it was a nice roomy place for them. They had lots of room. But it was my job to go at night to go put them in their box. And that's scary when you hear that noise. The it's like, oh my fucking god. And then, yeah, so like I ran, and I'm probably getting in trouble for cussing now, but I ran, and I don't know how many times my feet touched the ground, but as little as possible until I got home. I was scared to death. I thought I was going to get bitten. I really did. So yeah, just keep your wits about you if you're going to go to West Texas, but I think you'll find it's really beautiful. And mesquite jelly for toast, super good. Seriously, go get some. And they have jalapeno ketchup as well. Just saying, it's good. It's good on chips. You guys like your hot stuff. I don't like hot food, but you guys love hot stuff. You talk about Scotch bonnets like they're bell peppers. I'm just like, you're crazy. I don't want all that hot stuff, but you like it, so good on you. All right, so it's lovely talking to you guys. I will be back. Please subscribe if you are entertained. You like what I'm saying, and or maybe you like how decorative I am, or my flowers, or whatever. But I just it'd be great to see you again. So bye bye. Talk to you later.